Hi, this is a bit of a different video. I'm sitting outside in the garden and enjoying the fresh air. I don't know what the sound quality is going to be like. It's a bit windy. But I thought today I thought I'd talk to you about one of my old cameras. I don't have it any longer. It's the Panasonic Lumix G3. I was just going to go through some of the things I liked about it, some of the things I didn't like about it. I'm also going to show some video clips and some footage from that camera. So let's get into what I liked about it. So I like the fact that it had a viewfinder, which at that price point and that kind of easy small travel camera is quite a good thing. The viewfinder was quite large, so that was definitely a plus. It had a flip out screen so you could actually see yourself, so that's another advantage in my book. And it had touch controls on the screen itself, so all good things to have, particularly if you like touch focus or touch focus pulling on video, so that's good. And also the Panasonic menus I find very intuitive, so I didn't have any problem using that camera because I'd upgraded from a travel zoom camera, a TZ40 I think. So that was so the G3 was my first venture into mirrorless cameras, and yeah, it impressed me as a small, lightweight, everyday carry camera, particularly for travelling. One of the advantages of a small camera like that is that you can fit it into a small bag, take it on your on the aeroplane. I actually took it to New York, so yeah, really good for travelling. Video is supported. I think it's not 4K, but 1080p, which is more than enough for my needs. But probably if you're seriously into video, then it's probably only just useful for clips or B-roll. I like the fact that the Panasonic range has creative filters, so you can use it for adding a nice touch to photographs, and because it's a micro 4/3 system, there's lots of lenses available for it, and they're not expensive and they are small, so they're small and light. So I really like the photo quality as well. The photos I got from the camera I thought were really good. So let's move on to some of the less attractive things about it. So I mentioned video. If you don't have it on a tripod or something stationary, then you're going to get shaky video because there isn't any in-body image stabilization. It's all anything that is in the lens is all the stabilization you're going to get. Now this is controversial, I suppose, but I didn't find the camera aesthetically pleasing, so it's not the best looking camera in the world, even though I had a white version of the camera. The black looks a bit standard, it's nothing special about it. The white had a little bit of something to it, but it is still not a great looking camera, I have to say. In terms of the ergonomics, I think there are a few things there I didn't really like. So the first thing is that there's no exposure compensation dial, physical dial on the camera. The grip, if you can call it a grip, is very shallow, not very nice grip to hold. There isn't any weather sealing in the camera, so it's no good for any wet conditions or rain. And I suppose because of the lack of 4K video, the other downside is that there wasn't any microphone input, so you couldn't have any you couldn't plug in an external microphone to it. So you're only reliant on the onboard camera and on the onboard microphone, and that's not great. So poor sound quality is definitely a downer. There's a control wheel on the back, and I didn't find that very easy, and I didn't feel it was a very nice experience. It doesn't stand out very far, and it's also a push-in button, so pushing it in didn't feel nice at all because it's so flush against the body of the camera. You don't really get much of a feel. So poor button feel, I would say. Yeah, so I think that's all of the positives and negatives I can think of at the moment, and I did enjoy the photos I took with it. I'll show a few of those. I also considered at the time buying an Olympus EP1. I think that I tried to buy that on eBay. I did get contacted by the seller to say that it wasn't in exactly the condition that he'd advertised. Did I still want to go through? And I decided not to go through with that purchase, and in the end I bought the G3. I have never owned an Olympus P1, so I've got nothing to compare it against that. So maybe I made the right decision there, I don't know. When I upgraded the G3, I upgraded straight to a G7, and I love the G7. I've only recently changed from a G7 to a G80. So yeah, so there you are. Thanks for watching.